Many celebrities live in huge, beautiful mansions. But some of these homes come with more than just luxury, they come with ghosts. Over the years, many stars have said they've seen or felt strange things in their homes. From eerie noises to ghostly figures, here are some of the most haunted houses of celebrities in the United States. Number 1. Courtney Cox, the star best known for her role as Monica on Friends, once lived in a Los Angeles home that she swore was haunted. She admitted in interviews that she always felt something strange inside the house, as if she wasn't completely alone. The most chilling moment came when a delivery person arrived at her home. He was about to step inside when he suddenly froze and refused to enter. When Cox asked why, he explained that he saw someone standing just behind her in the house. The problem was, Cox had been the only one there. This outside confirmation deeply unsettled her because it matched the feelings she had already been experiencing. Friends who visited her noticed the same thing, often describing a heavy, uneasy energy that made them uncomfortable. Some even claimed they saw strange figures or shadows moving when no one else was around. At first, Cox tried to shrug off the strange happenings, telling herself it was just her imagination. But the uneasy atmosphere lingered, and with each incident, her fear grew. Eventually, she realized that she could no longer feel safe or comfortable in her own home. The haunting weighed so heavily on her that she made the decision to sell the property and move elsewhere. Number 2. Demi Lovato has shared several eerie experiences from her childhood in Texas, leading her to believe her family home was haunted. One of the most vivid encounters occurred when she was a young girl. She opened her closet door and saw a little girl dressed in pioneer clothing standing inside. Startled, Lovato slammed the door shut and ran to her sister's room, exclaiming, "Dallas, I think there is a ghost in my room." This unsettling experience was not an isolated incident. Lovato's mother also reported strange occurrences, such as objects mysteriously moving or disappearing, which further convinced the family that their home was inhabited by spirits. In addition to these unsettling events, Lovato has recounted experiences of communicating with spirits. She mentioned conversing with a spirit named Emily, whom she identified as a little girl in a picture frame. Lovato's sister also claimed to have spoken to a spirit, describing it as the girl who lived in the closet. These experiences were shared during interviews, where Lovato expressed her belief in the paranormal and her openness to such encounters. Number 3. Graceland, Elvis Presley's iconic mansion in Memphis, Tennessee, is not only a testament to his legacy but also a site steeped in tales of the supernatural. Numerous visitors and staff have reported eerie experiences, suggesting that the king of rock and roll may still be present in spirit. One of the most compelling accounts comes from Nancy Rooks, who served as Graceland's cook and maid from 1967 until Elvis's death in 1977. Rooks believed the Elvis's spirit lingering in the home he once cherished. In interviews, Rooks recounted several unsettling incidents, including unexplained noises and the sensation of being watched. She described a particularly chilling experience where she felt a cold presence in the kitchen, despite the room being empty. Visitors to Graceland have also shared their own ghostly encounters. Reports include sightings of a shadowy figure near the meditation garden, where Elvis is buried. Some claim to have heard faint music emanating from the jungle room, despite the house being empty. These experiences have fueled speculation that Elvis's presence endures in the mansion. Number 4. Gigi Hadid has admitted in interviews that growing up she lived in a very old house, and as a child, she was assigned the attic as her room. In that attic room, she and her siblings would sometimes hear strange noises coming from the closet. When they asked their father about it, he told them that an old lady used to live in the house. Rather than feeling frightened, Gigi said she and her family more or less embraced the idea of the ghostly presence. They would sometimes talk to this old lady spirit, saying things like, "Girl, we'll bring you some tea." Gigi has said that she has many strange experiences with ghosts or spirits, which shows that this didn't happen just once, but has happened to her many times over a period. Another related piece Gigi shared is that she had recurring unsettling Halloween dreams, and that her childhood attic bedroom sometimes felt creepy in ways she couldn't easily explain. Number 5. Britney Spears once lived in a mansion on Sunset Plaza Drive in Los Angeles, a house that would later become the center of a chilling ghost story. The story was shared by her former makeup artist, Julianne Kay, who revealed it during the We Need to Talk About Britney podcast. According to Kay, Britney had invited a friend over one weekend who brought along a Reiki healer to help her relax. What was meant to be a calming session allegedly turned into something much darker, as the healer was said to have opened a spirit portal, letting in bad energies that later frightened Britney. After the Reiki session, Britney reportedly began to experience disturbing paranormal events inside the mansion. Kay explained that Britney told her she saw a man and a woman's spirits in the house, and both of them seemed deeply troubled. Britney grew so frightened that she believed these spirits were trying to harm her, at one point even saying they were trying to push her down the stairs. The fear became overwhelming, and she no longer felt safe in her own home. Unable to bear it, Britney packed her things and moved into the hotel, refusing to return to the mansion. Britney herself reportedly told friends at the time, "I know you're gonna think I'm crazy. I know what I saw. I know what I felt." Not long after, she put the property up for sale in 2003. In a dark twist of fate, the house was later purchased by actress Brittany Murphy and her husband Simon Monjack, both of whom tragically died in the home years later. Number 6. Miley Cyrus once rented an apartment in London, right across the street from Harrods, that she and her family believe was haunted. The building had formerly been a bakery, which was converted into residential flats, and after weird things began happening, Miley got curious about its history. One night her younger sister, Noah, was in the shower when suddenly the water turned scalding hot even though she hadn't touched the knob. Miley rushed in and she had seen something strange. A little boy sitting on the sink watching her take a shower. The next night she thought she saw the same boy again, this time kicking his feet while sitting on the sink. More bizarre incidents piled up. Their aunt came back to the apartment after being out for the day and found all the windows and doors open, even though she had locked them when she'd left. Miley, along with her mom, her then-boyfriend Liam Hemsworth, and other family members, all had unsettling moments in the place. Eventually Miley decided she could no longer stay. She moved out and later reflected that she would never stay there ever again. Number 7. Allison Hannigan, best known for her roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and How I Met Your Mother, has shared intriguing stories about her experiences with the supernatural. In a 2003 interview, she recounted an encounter with a friendly ghost in her Los Angeles home. According to Hannigan, a friend first noticed the apparition, describing it as a man who followed them out of the house. Despite the frightening situation, Hannigan described the spirit as gentlemanly and not threatening. She even joked that the ghost let her and her friend go first, almost as if he had old-fashioned manners. She explained that one night, while in bed, she saw the silhouette of a man standing in the bathroom doorway. At first, she thought it was her husband, Alexis Denisov, but when she turned to check, she realized he was sleeping right next to her. That was the moment she knew something paranormal was happening. Hannigan further elaborated that she didn't believe the ghost had died in the house, as California law requires disclosure of such events during property transactions. She mentioned that the ghost was very polite and not threatening. In another interview, she described the figure as a gentlemanly presence, suggesting a respectful spirit. Number 8. Emma Stonehouse. In a 2014 interview, Emma Stone revealed that she often felt the presence of her late grandfather in her house. She has shared that she still finds quarters appearing in unusual places, which she believes is a sign from him. Stone described these moments as comforting rather than scary, saying, "It's just amazing, it's him. It's absolutely him." The experience made her feel connected to her grandfather even after his passing, and it left a lasting impression on her. Number 9. Matthew McConaughey once claimed that his mansion was haunted by a spirit he referred to as Madame Blue. He said it happened during a time when he was promoting his film Ghosts of Girlfriends past 2009, and that this ghostly presence made itself known even when he was completely sober. The presence was felt mostly in a hallway and a specific room in his home, the room Madame Blue claimed. McConaughey recalled that guests who visited the mansion kept saying things like, "There's someone down that hall, there's somebody down that hall," whenever they passed the part of the house Madame Blue was associated with. He said that at one point he decided to confront the situation rather than ignore it. He opened the door to the haunted room and told the spirit, in effect, "You can move around all you want, but I'm not going anywhere." He also said he wasn't completely sure if ghosts are real or not, but this experience stayed with him, mainly because other people who visited felt it too, and it made him question his own beliefs. Number 10. Jennifer Aniston once revealed that when she first moved to Los Angeles, she rented a house in Laurel Canyon that ended up being haunted, and what she experienced was enough to scare her into moving out. She said strange things started happening without warning. The dishwasher would suddenly turn on by itself, the coffee maker too, and the stereo would blast at full volume even when no one was touching it. At first, she didn't believe in ghosts or spirits. She also felt that moving to Los Angeles was more than just starting a career. It felt like she had truly arrived in life. As the incidents escalated, someone suggested she bring in a ghost whisperer or medium to clear the house. She agreed, and the medium used tools like frankincense placed in small dishes, performing a kind of cleansing ritual. During the ritual, when the medium walked to the first corner, the dish of frankincense suddenly cracked. Then later, a heavy 1975 ashtray resting on a table also cracked. Those events terrified Aniston. The medium told her the spirit hated her roommate, but she couldn't bring herself to tell the roommate directly about what was happening. She felt so uncomfortable that she moved out. Now, Aniston says that whenever she moves into a new home, she makes sure a medium or healer checks it first to ensure there aren't any lingering spirits. Number 11. Kendall Jenner has said she believes her mother Kris Jenner's house is haunted because she and her younger sister Kylie experienced several spooky incidents when they were growing up. They often heard footsteps running across the roof at times when no one else was around in the house. Another recurring weird event was Kylie's shower unexpectedly turning on all by itself, even though no one was home. Kendall has admitted she's not sure she ever saw a ghost, but she said these incidents, especially things happening for no reason, made her really believe the house could be inhabited by something supernatural. As kids, she and Kylie, along with a couple of friends, used Ouija boards, despite their mother not allowing them in her house, to try to communicate with spirits, asking small, often innocent questions. Those sessions would scare them so much that afterward they'd sleep together in the same bed with one of their parents. Kendall has shared this story publicly in interviews and says these weird happenings made her convinced it was a ghost in her mother's home. Number 12. Marilyn Monroe's final residence at 12,305 Fifth Helena Drive in Brentwood, Los Angeles, is not only significant for its association with the legendary actress, but also for its reputation as a site of paranormal activity. Since Monroe's death, numerous individuals have reported eerie experiences at the Brentwood home. Visitors and paranormal investigators have described feelings of overwhelming sadness, hearing faint whispers, and even glimpsing a figure resembling Monroe walking through the halls. These accounts suggest that her spirit may still linger in the residence. One of the most frequently mentioned encounters involves Monroe's spirit appearing in mirrors, sometimes reflecting her image even when no one else is present. In addition, people have said they see her near her favorite poolside spots, as if she is lingering in places she once enjoyed. Number 13. Cher, the iconic singer and actress, has experienced several eerie encounters in her Los Angeles homes, leading her to believe in the presence of spirits. In 2013, reports surfaced suggesting that her Malibu mansion was haunted by the ghost of her late ex-husband, Sonny Bono. According to these reports, Cher's staff and visitors had experienced unexplained phenomena, such as objects moving on their own, lights being turned on and off, and strange noises, which they attributed to Sunny's spirit. Cher herself reportedly acknowledged these occurrences, stating that she felt his presence in the house. Number 14. Joan Rivers, the legendary comedian and television host, resided in a lavish Upper East Side penthouse in New York City from 1988 until her passing in 2014. The residence featured grandiose elements such as 23-foot ceilings, 5 wood-burning fireplaces, and a ballroom, making it a fitting backdrop for Rivers' vibrant personality. In 2009, Rivers appeared on the television show, where she revealed her belief that her penthouse was haunted by a ghost named Mrs. Spencer. According to Rivers, Mrs. Spencer was the first resident of the building. Rivers claimed that Mrs. Spencer would sit beside her in her bedroom while she applied her makeup, a presence she found both comforting and intriguing. To address the haunting, Rivers took unconventional measures. She reportedly hired a voodoo priestess to perform rituals intended to appease the spirit. Despite these efforts, Rivers maintained that Mrs. Spencer remained a benign presence in her home.
Number 15. When Keanu Reeves was about 6 or 7 years old, after his family relocated from Australia, he lived in a new apartment in New York that he shared with his sister and their nanny. One night, Keanu and the nanny were in the bedroom while his sister slept, when suddenly an empty jacket came waving through the doorway. He describes it as just a jacket. No head, no body, no legs, just the garment floating in. The jacket disappeared just as mysteriously as it appeared. Keanu recalls looking at the nanny after seeing this, noticing that her expression was one of fear or shock, which made him realize the event was real in some sense, not just a trick of imagination. He says he thought, "Is that a ghost? Or just some weird floating jacket?" Number 16. Lucy Hale has said that she believes there is a ghost in her home. In a 2010 interview, she recalled that one night her coffee maker turned itself on at 1 a.m. without any explanation. She also said that doors in the house sometimes close on their own, though not with loud bangs, which unsettles her. She mentioned having a motion sensor in her apartment that lights up at odd times, when there's nothing there to trigger it. Her dog also reportedly barks frequently at empty corners or when nothing obvious is around, which adds to the eerie feelings she describes. Lucy clarified that although these things happen, she doesn't feel deeply threatened. She said that while the experiences are creepy, they're not so scary that she's afraid to be at home. Number 17. Octavia Spencer lives in a 1927 Spanish-style home in Toluca Lake, California, which she purchased in 2013. She has shared on the show that the house was formerly owned by a man who acted in Western films, and she believes the spirit of that Western movie star now inhabits the property. Spencer describes this ghost not as malevolent but rather as a protector, someone who monitors what goes on in the house and ensures that people who don't belong there don't stay. She has reported a few unsettling or spooky moments tied to this presence. When she's away for a long time, she claims the ghost becomes a little shady. Doors may close by themselves. Lights sometimes go off after she turns them on. Despite those incidents, she makes it clear the ghost respects boundaries. "My ghost can haunt me, but he doesn't haunt me." Octavia also emphasizes that she likes having this spectral presence. She says he brings a comfort of sorts, acting as spiritual security, helping to sort out the bad people that shouldn't be there. Her home, for her, is welcoming, partly because this ghostly protector seems to guard it from unwanted energies.